Hi guys, this video is brought to you today by my friend Shin, aka Weird8 Productions. Visit his channel with the link in the description to see his short films and his movie and cartoon compilations. LA, known for its movies, conventions, universities, and having many of its venues ready for the 2028 Olympics. But do you know what else it needs? A memorable torch relay. Alright, hey guys, Blood Moon Bobby here, and here we go again, yet another Olympics I get to talk about that's not called Tokyo 2020. There's still going to be Tokyo 2020 news stories, obviously, but every once in a while I want to venture out to other Olympic Games that are coming up. So, and this one, of course, is LA 2028, or the Los Angeles Games coming up in the summer of 2028. And I'm personally really excited. Like I said, as you can probably tell by how many Olympic videos I've covered. I've been a lifelong fan of the Olympics, really excited it's coming back to LA. I guess my excitement was kind of dampened in that we knew it was coming back to LA. Like the IOC announced, okay, it's going to be coming back to both Paris and LA. When it will be, we'll let you know. And of course, the announcement was Paris 2024 and LA 2028. And yeah, I guess the funny thing there is that on one hand, yes, it's coming back to my hometown, and I'm even trying to hope that I can get like my entire family to come down to the LA 2028 opening ceremony, because my dad actually said he went and watched track events the last time the games were held in LA in 1984, and I guess the double edge is that, oh, LA, it's my home. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like going down to downtown LA for like Anime Expo. I visited a couple museums and taken some landscape photos of the downtown skyline before, but you know, kind of where I am. But of course, I know there's a lot of people that want to come down to LA for, you know, outside of the Olympics, things like, you know, Hollywood is here, Disneyland is here, Universal. There's a lot of great universities out here, you know, like UCLA, USC, or if you really want to be cool, there's always Cal State Long Beach. I'm just graduating from there, and they really helped me out a lot, and it's not too far from LA. So, but anyway, I've just been kind of going on a tangent on how great LA and the surrounding areas have been. So, anyway, why am I making this video here today? It is because I put together a wish list of the top 6 things I hope the LA 2028 Torch Relay does. And you know, I know some of these things are going to be a little far-fetched. I'm not saying that they absolutely have to, or I'm not going to watch the LA Olympics at all. This is just a couple ideas I've had for as a way to represent both Los Angeles in California, but also the United States. So here we go with my top 6 list. Answering machine going off, but I'm not going to edit this video. So let's start off. Idea number 1 is one that no other American Olympics has done before, and that is, I hope this torch relay visits all 50 states as well as Washington, D.C., which, you know, torch relays have visited D.C. in the past. Like I know Atlanta 1996, they stopped by D.C., but I'm also hoping they stop by Puerto Rico, which hopefully the conditions in Puerto Rico get better before the LA 2028 games. You know, as a way to include everybody in this torch relay. And, you know, because it's not just the Los Angeles Olympics, it's the first time the Olympics, the last time there was an Olympics was the Salt Lake City Games in 2002, and the last time there was a Summer Games was in 1996 with the Atlanta Games. So I'm hoping that they visit all 50 states. Interestingly enough, I did quite a bit of research on past American torch relays. They visit the LA 1984 torch relay visited 33 states and DC. They were going to go to all 50 states, but I heard that will require 24-hour security. So I think in this case, especially since torch relays don't have a strict calendar, past American torch relays have taken 82 days. But I think since it doesn't follow that standard, they could extend that torch relay so they could visit all 50 states. I mean, if you look at like Pyeongchang 2018, it took 108 days, and that torch relay was a much shorter relay in comparison. It just basically went from Greece to South Korea. So, and there's also been other torch relays where the torch has been all around the world, like the Athens 2004 torch relay and the Beijing 2008 relay. They both went around the world. So I'm hoping that for the LA torch relay, it does go through all 50 states. And idea number 2, in tribute to the other Olympic cities, like LA, 2028 will be the 10th time an American city has hosted the Olympics. I think the torch should also visit every Olympic city, winter and summer, that has hosted an American Olympics. So we're talking places like St. Louis, Squaw Valley, Atlanta, Lake Placid, and Salt Lake City. So I'm hoping that the torch could visit all these places. I know for the LA, I was looking for their Instagram, the LA 2028, they had a picture of Squaw Valley on there, which interestingly enough, Squaw Valley was the only Californian city to host the Olympics outside of LA. So I'm hoping they could definitely make a stop there. Where it should start, I'm kind of open to having it either start in Atlanta, which is where the last Summer Olympics were held in the U.S., either Atlanta or Salt Lake City, which was the more recent one, which is where the Winter Olympics were held in 2002. Where it should start, I don't really mind either way. I know for Atlanta, when the torch got to the States, they started at the LA Coliseum. And for Salt Lake City, it started in Atlanta, even though Atlanta hosted a Summer Olympics. So I'm going to kind of leave that up to Olympic officials. And if you have an idea where you think it should start, please feel free to let me know in the comments. So idea number 3, when the torch gets to California, I'm hoping that it visits cities. It should visit all cities that are hosting Olympic events for LA 2028. That includes Carson, Long Beach, Anaheim, Pasadena, and Pacific Palisades. I know there's a few more I should include, but in tribute to and thanking all these cities for hosting Olympic events, I definitely think it should make stops to each of these cities. Well, it'll be especially cool from my perspective. I might be a little biased here in that in Long Beach, it's hosting several events, including, I believe, the sailing events will be just off of Belmont Shore, and there's also going to be events held in the Long Beach Arena. I think there will also be a good opportunity for Cal State Long Beach journalists. Like I said, I'm just graduating. The student photographers that will be taking over then, if they get the opportunity to photograph the torch relay, that'll be one hell of an assignment for them. So again, but mainly in tribute, just to thank all these cities for hosting. I think they should also make stops in these cities: Carson, Long Beach, Pacific Palisades, Pasadena, and Anaheim. And I keep scratching my ankle, but I'm itchy. Idea number 4, and this is a really big one for me, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of track and field fans and for USC fans and residents of Torrance. I think the torch should also stop by the city of Torrance, because that is where the late great Louie Zamperini was raised. I think he was born in New York, but he was pretty much raised his entire childhood in Torrance. Really inspiring figure. You should go watch the documentary, The Great Zamperini. It's about how he went to the Berlin Olympics in 1936, but even though he came in last place, he was a really determined runner, and he even got Adolf Hitler's attention. And Zamperini would, of course, go off to war. His plane blew up, and he got swept up into quite a few Japanese prisoner of war camps. Really atrocious stuff. The inspiring thing about Zamperini is how he was able to forgive his enemies. You know, at one point he said he was so angry. He was angry to a point where he was going to go back to Japan if he made money to finish off this particularly cruel war. I think he was a sergeant nicknamed the Bird, and of course his wife told him to go listen to a sermon given by Billy Graham, and that inspired him to forgive his enemies and to inspire others to forgive. And even though Louie has passed away, I think it should still pass through Torrance, and I think even better if they can get Louie's son Luke to carry the torch. Like, I know, like, after his dad passed away, Luke has been basically promoting like his father's books and, you know, his inspiring messages on TV and so forth. If they can get Louie Zamperini to take part in the torch relay, maybe just run for a little bit, even if it's just for like one block, I think that would be really amazing, and it would pay tribute to the amazing Louie Zamperini. I mean, God, I really wish I could have met him in real life, but I think this torch relay would have been an incredible way to pay tribute to him. And Louie himself has run in several torch relays for his lifetime. I believe he ran the torch relays for LA 1984. I'm just judging by a picture I saw in the LA Times. He also did, from what I can tell, Atlanta 1996. I know for a fact he did the torch relays for Nagano 1998, Salt Lake City 2002, and Athens 2004. If possible, I'll try to put a picture of what I'm talking about. It was in the LA Times, but he took part in several torch relays, so I think this would further pay tribute to him. So, hoping the torch relay goes for Torrance, and if possible, if they can get Louie Zamperini involved. So, this brings me to idea number 5. I definitely think California athletes like Allison Felix should take part in the torch relay. God, there's so many others that I wish I could name off the top of my head. I also think they should also get some winter athletes like Bodie Miller, Gracie Gold, Nathan Chen. I mean, there's so many, like, you know, from the past that I also wish could get involved. And interestingly enough, Misty May Trainer went to the same college I did, and Michaela Maroney, the gymnast, is from Long Beach, retired gymnast, hoping they could also get at least some of them involved, especially the likes of Allison Felix and Misty May Trainer, especially since, you know, they're, you know, pretty much American legends at this point. And idea number 6, you're probably wondering, I'm forgetting probably the most decorated Olympian of not just America, but, you know, pretty much of all time in general. Idea number 6, you know, Michael Phelps. I mean, I've pretty much been watching him since Athens 2004, and yeah, he pretty much got me into the Olympics. Like, he was the athlete that my mom told to watch, and through him, that was how I was able to get into the Olympics. And I think in tribute for that, and as well as being the most decorated Olympic athlete of all time, I think he should actually be the one that lights the torch. Like, this time he would be our, crap, what was the name of the guy who lit the torch for LA 1984? Let me double check. I think I'm having a brain fart and a sleepy foot. Who is he again? Rafer Johnson, the decathlete at the Rome 1960 Olympics. Like, he would be our this time he would be the modern Rafer Johnson. He would be the person that gets to light the torch. Oh wait, interesting. Rafer Johnson, he's still around. Not to have sounded that way. I don't know, would he be still interested in running the torch relay in some fashion? But I think in this case, you know, since this is the first time the Olympics have been held in LA, and, you know, Michael Phelps has pretty much become a star after, like, pretty much right after the Atlanta Olympics. Like, his first Olympics was the Sydney Olympics in 2000, and of course he became a huge star in the following games. So I'm really hoping he actually gets to be the one that lights the torch. Like, maybe they'll even do a thing kind of similar to Rafer Johnson, where he lights the torch, it goes through the Olympic rings, and it gets to the torch at the top of the LA Coliseum. So I am kind of hoping he'd be the one. I think he'd honestly be the perfect one. He's an inspiring athlete, and he's easily the most accomplished in Olympic history. So these are just kind of my top 6 ideas for what I think the LA 2028 torch relay should have. You know, obviously, if they don't go through with any of these, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's it, I'm done with the LA Olympics. But I think these will be really good ideas, and they will help pay tribute to not just LA, not just California, but just, you know, America's legacy in the Olympics. So, all right, guys, this has been Bloodman Bobby. If you have any other Olympic topics, I don't care if it's Tokyo 2020, Beijing 2022, Paris 2024, LA 2028, or even Olympic Agenda 2020. as long as it interests me, if it interests you, please let me know. My email will be in the description. So thanks guys for watching. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.